Hello there, Gemini. Welcome to my channel. Victoria here, Radiant Moon Tarot. This is a reading for all of you singles out there looking for new love. So if you are currently single, ready to mingle, we've got your reading for you guys. So this is going to cover through to the rest of 2023, all the way up to the end of the year. We're going to see what energies are activating for you and what energies are at play for you now and what blessings are headed your way. We want to see some positive vibes for you guys in your quest to find love and romance. And we're very busy in the next couple of months, and a lot of get-togethers, a lot of family gatherings, a lot of celebrations. And so let's see where we are at. We have true gem energy coming in here for you. So number one, this can represent that there's some gifts coming your way, something that is very much what you want, okay? A gem of a person, a gem of a personality, okay? It can be new love coming in here for you and something that you can trust. And so someone has a gift and offer, an invitation for you. The true gem energy is also a reminder that you are a gem, all right? And you have a lot to offer. Let yourself sparkle and shine. You are unique. You are wonderful. And don't let anyone, don't sell yourself short, okay? Don't settle for second best in that energy. You deserve absolutely everything in life and especially in love. We have wallflower energy. We don't love to see this one. Okay, it's very Four of Cups-ish in its energy. And so the wallflower, right? I mean, you might be going into the holiday season here. We've got, of course, Thanksgiving's coming up. We've got a lot of holiday celebrations. You've got Christmas season. We've got New Year's coming up, right? All of these things. And, maybe in this energy, you're starting to kind of feel a little bit of the case of the blues, right? Because it's like, oh my God, I'm going to go to these family gatherings and I'm going to get peppered with questions from grandma and, from my parents and from my siblings and my friends. And, oh, haven't you found love yet? And are you still single? Are you still seeing anybody? And, it's not exactly always the most comfortable things, right? And so maybe in some way you're going to feel a little bit like you're stuck in a corner, like you're left out, or that you can't take part in certain conversations, that kind of thing, right? And so with these two cards together, this is Spirit saying to you, don't put yourself in the corner, okay? You make yourself shine and let yourself shine, because, we got to look at the positive of certain things as well, right? Yes, we want love in our lives. We want, the romance, and we want to know that we're connected with somebody. But on the other side of the coin, we can look at some of the positives of being single, right? And that is that, if you do go to family gatherings, right? Well, you can leave when you want, right? You're not necessarily looking after somebody, you're free to work the room, right? That kind of thing. And so there can be a lot of positive things, right? So while we are on our quest for love, okay, have fun being single, right? It's not always the end of the world, even though we really do want those deeper connections, right? So we do need to do something here or change our mindset to get out of the wallflower energy. It is a down energy. It is a one of feeling neglected, feeling left out, feeling all of these things, right? And just maybe even feeling not quite into it, like my heart's just not into meeting new people right about now. So we want to do whatever we can to lift ourselves up out of that kind of gloomy energy. And a little bit of passion may help. So we do have passion coming in here, saucy, saucy. All right. So some of you may actually meet somebody that really lights a fire in your belly here. And this can be very exciting. So it might actually be someone you already know for some of you. You may have already made an initial connection, or you maybe met somebody that does kind of light something, light you up in some way. Okay. But some of you, this is someone new coming in on the horizon. And, what can I say? Passionate, right? So hold on to your hat in that energy. Now, this can also represent that a really good way to meet new people may be to engage in activities that you feel passionate about. Because you may have the opportunity here to meet somebody that shares your interests. And that can be very important. Yes, opposites attract, and we don't want to necessarily always be in a relationship where we do absolutely everything with the other person to the exclusion of all else. But it's really good sometimes to share an interest, and especially when you want to meet someone new. So what are you passionate about? Right? What do you do? Do you want to learn how to do something, or is there something that you already know how to do? Is there groups that you can join? Right? Whatever it is that sparks that passion in your soul, because when you're engaging in that activity, whatever it happens to be, you're raising your vibe, right? Because you're doing something fun and something exciting, and someone else may share that same interest for you. Very exciting energy. So we do have that passion coming in here. We've got virtue. You acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. All right. Maybe you are the person that always gives somebody a little bit of a pep talk. All right. But it's time to give yourself that same little pep talk that you would normally give to other people. All right. But this is definitely a very beautiful energy that you are emitting, but that is also possibly attached to somebody who you are attracting in. We've got past energies coming in here. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Beautiful. And as I do this reading, we did just come out of eclipse season, and just yesterday, or actually a couple of days ago now. And this can be an energy where you are doing some cleansing and purging, when you are really doing those preparations to honestly, truthfully, and wonderfully open your heart to love and welcome in new connections. And we can't do that when we still have crap from our past. So it's time to really work through that, and you probably already are. Now, the past energy could also be, especially since we are heading into silly season, you might have to deal with some people from your past relationships. All right. And especially if you share any kind of friends with them, or if you share children with them, this can be a very tricky time of year to navigate. Be true to yourself. Be true to who you are. Okay. Okay. Maybe one of you, there is a little message there. Maybe one of you might actually quickly get back together with them, but probably just for a little bit of a fling. And then let them go again. So maybe it's just a little bit of closure that you need, or possibly an itch that needs to be scratched. All right, just saying. We have cooperation coming in here. In your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. And this is actually really important, not only when we're meeting new people, right? Every person that we meet does bring some sort of value to our lives, whether it's a little bit of knowledge that we gain. It's like, oh yeah, I won't be going for that type of person again, or something, or whether it's just maybe they light us up in some way, or help open our heart in some way, right? Not everyone we meet is meant to be with us forever. But this energy, as well as the past, can show that if you do have past relationship, and maybe you can't 100% get this person out of your life because you may share some sort of common tie. This can show that you have the ability here to cooperate with someone from your past, and maybe work with them or exist with them a little bit better, and a little bit more positively than what you have been so far. All right. Whatever your situation is here, we've got the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So you're getting clarity, you're finding answers, you're finding solutions, you're probably talking to new people in this energy as well. And you can use the sword off the Ace of Swords to really detach from any kind of past energies there, or any energies that you don't want. This is where we get some insights, some revelations, but ultimately we also, in the Ace of Swords, that is the sword of fate and destiny. Okay, so there's something here that may already be in motion for you, all right, that is, that is happening behind the scenes, and it can be very wonderful. A little bit of fated energy there, something that's meant to happen for you, which can be very exciting, especially seeing the cards that I've got out. There's a lot of love in the air for you here. Okay, your present energy, we've got the Ace of Cups. So not only are you manifesting love into your life, you're getting yourself open and ready for some new experiences and to meet new people. The Ace of Cups is the holy grail of new love. It's what we want. This is where we open our heart, where we transform ourselves. We find peace. We find healing in this energy, and we also do find new love, new connections, new people, and very exciting. The aces are always a gift from spirit, from the universe, and you do have two of them, one at the bottom of the deck, right? So there might be some hidden information that may come to light, okay, or something that's unknown currently may surface, whether it's a person or just some information. So the aces are always gifts though, and they're quite often a result of manifestation. But the Ace of Cups, it's exactly what we're looking for. New love, boom, right there, right activated right now. Now a challenge for you, we do have challenge energy coming in here. When we get the challenge position, it's not quite the same as it being in the reverse. Okay, but it is something that slows us down, something that we need to overcome, something we need to work through. Okay, it can also be something that scares us. Okay, and the Knight of Wands, what is the Knight of Wands? Passionate, exciting, physical attraction, right? Something fast-paced, fast-moving, something quite irresistible. And as a person, right? If this can possibly be somebody that new that some of you are meeting, new love, very exciting, Knight of Wands, but also something that might actually be a little bit frightening, right? Because it can be that when you meet somebody, when you make that connection, things happen really quickly. Okay. But it can also be that it sparks something in you, this passion, this fire within you. And this itself can also be scary because maybe that's something you haven't experienced for a long time because you've been working through things and you've been doing some healing and you've been busy with your life, right? That kind of thing. So sometimes even something really positive can actually be a challenge for us because we're not expecting it. It catches us off guard, or the intensity. The Knight of Wands can be a very intense person, right? Now the Knight of Wands, yes, some of you are looking at this going, oh God, a player, right? A player energy. And yes, sometimes in a love reading, the Knight of Wands can represent a player kind of energy, someone who is out for the conquest. They're out playing the game. Very exciting to be around. They're very fun to be around. You probably go out for dinner. You probably go out for dancing and, other adventures. But they're quite sometimes very short-lived because it's all about the conquest, right? And so this can be where we do get sometimes short-term relationships, right? It's like, okay, I've conquered this, now on to the next. But in the new love reading, when we get the Knight of Wands, it's got to start somewhere, right? A connection has to start somewhere. And quite often it does start with chemistry. It starts with, this physical attraction, right? And, it doesn't always start right away with, I love you, right? I mean, come on, it can, I guess, for some people, but for the most part, no, right? It starts on a more, how should we say, a more primitive level, right, in that energy. So the Knight of Wands isn't necessarily a negative thing or someone that's going to be in your life and then out of it again, right? But we do need to always be aware, especially at the beginnings of a relationship, we do need to be aware of red flags. And if you are seeing those kind of red flags, that's something to keep into consideration. All right. So some of you here, again, you just might be like a little bit freaked out if you do meet this intense kind of person, as fun and as exciting as it might be. Now, the Knight of Wands can possibly also be some of you here. You're working through something from your past with that Knight of Wands. That can be a challenge. And perhaps it is someone who previously was exciting. And maybe you do still carry a little bit of a torch, a little bit of a flame for that. So possibly part of the challenge here is saying no to them if you happen to come across them again. But maybe also part of the challenge is, trying to, maybe have there is a little bit of a friends with benefits thing here. Not really friends. I would just say, like, I mean, it's not uncommon to get back together with an ex for a night or two and then be like, oh yeah, now I remember why we broke up. And then you get that closure that you're looking for. So that could be a little bit of an interesting situation for a few of you out there. All right. Especially at this time of year, there's a lot of nostalgia. right? You could run into this person at New Year's or something like that, or a Christmas thing or something, and the flame is still there. It's just that we can't be in a relationship together. So, so you could have that going on. But I do feel the Knight of Wands can also be a challenge for you to get yourself out there. But when you get yourself out there, there's love to be found, right? Also, part of the challenge is being patient, keeping your heart open and being patient. Always very challenging, because when we decide we want love, we want it now, right? Come on, I want it now. I'm ready, right? Before you go back into hermit mode, right? So, and this is part of the challenge there as well, is getting out of this wallflower energy, letting people see your beautiful light, your beautiful spark. We have the Two of Cups coming in here, though, and this is blessings headed your way. And the Two of Cups is love, true love. I love this. I love this deck. This is an absolutely beautiful deck. But I swear, I used to be a horror movie buff when I was in my teenage years, and not anymore. Remember The Shining? Right, The Shining with the two girls at the end of the hallway. This always reminds me of that. But anyways, it is a Two of Cups energy, and Two of Cups brings true love. It can bring soulmates. It can bring two people together, and it is partnerships in love, right? So new love, partnerships, right? A little bit of a challenge there, trying to get yourself out there and find it, okay? Or just to navigate how maybe intense this is, okay? Because it very much can be for some of you. But the Two of Cups does bring a balanced partnership, two people together who are on the same page and want the same things, and maybe have some shared experiences or some shared passions. And this can be very exciting for you in this. So, keep that hope alive. And we don't want to be in that wallflower energy. We have the Ace of Canes coming out here. Now that in itself is quite exciting. Hey, look, Hermit. Okay. That in itself is very exciting for that because the Ace of Canes in this deck is the Ace of Swords. And what did we have at the back of this deck? We had the Ace of Swords. So yeah, there's a lot of conversations going on here. There's a lot of clarity. There's a lot of truth. And there is a lot of new people possibly on the horizon for you. But ultimately with the Ace of Swords, right, we've got this big energy of fate coming in here for you, right? We also have this element of detachment as well. But the Ace of Canes, the Ace of Swords energy, this can be where we really truly set our intentions. We're being very honest. We're welcoming in the new love. And so you actually have three aces coming out in your reading. So you got a little bit of luck on your side as well. Keep an open heart, keep an open mind. Now we have the Father Christmas energy coming in here is card number 9. All right. And this is actually the Hermit energy. So part of the challenge is getting out of hermit mode, getting outside, meeting people, making some moves, right? This can also be about figuring out what it is you want, because when we go into hermit mode, we do some soul searching, we can do some healing. So again, I think some of you do have some healing that you still need to navigate through before you're completely ready for the new, which is fine. Everyone goes along at their own pace. Don't rush anything, right? But the Hermit is also where we do go to set our intentions, because our wishes, our goals, our dreams is what lights the lantern and lights the path forward. So you might just have some delays here because you're trying to figure out what you truly want out of love, out of people, out of relationships, short term, long term. Do I want a family and kids? Do I already have that? Do I just want someone to grow old with, right? Whatever that happens to be for you. All right. So you may have that going on there for you. But ultimately, I do think maybe a little bit of a challenge is getting out of this wallflower energy and getting out of your house and meeting people. But yes, if there is anything left to heal from previous relationships or anything like that, again, you might get that closure that you're looking for. Close the loop, right? And it's not always easy to do that, right? But fortunately, Father Christmas, which is the Hermit, is here to help you on your journey. We have the 5 of Candles coming in here. And this is also in your blessings position. And so this is really kind of cool because, of course, we have the cooperation energy right here. right? People helping people working together, helpful people. The Two of Cups, maybe you do have a friend that can help you to find a true love. But we've got the Five of Candles, and it's the Five of Wands energy, and this can quite often represent drama and conflict. This can also represent some competition. So in your blessings position, we can be resolving conflicts. We can be getting along together. We can be in the Two of Cups energy, especially if you've got an ex, okay, and you've got to share some responsibilities and things with them. This is where you may resolve some outstanding issues, and you might actually get that closure. And this is like two people working together, right, instead of driving each other apart. And this is going to give you a sense of relief and kind of open your door to meeting new people down the road. All right, but the Five of Candles can be resolving family issues, resolving those conflicts, and including those inner conflicts as well. Now, this is also an energy of competition, the Five of Candles. And so this is showing you that when you get out there and you get in the dating pool, which is highly competitive, right, you have an ability to rise above the competition and to shine. And to be that chosen person, the person who's, who people gravitate towards, right? So, so get yourself out there, because your opportunity to win the prize, right, which is love, is very much there for you, okay? But we've got to get you out of your hermit mode there. We got to get you resolving a couple of things, but a lot of love in the air for you guys over the next couple of months. This is either coming in for you the next couple of months or being activated for you. And either way, it's a good thing. So let's see what our final message is. And we've got building blocks here for you. And the building blocks energy can really represent something positive, right? Because we build our foundations, we build our lives one block at a time. Sometimes those blocks don't fit anymore. We got to remove them and we got to put them back in. So this is you working on building the life that you want, resolving the issues that are standing in your way, that are preventing you from really fully embracing the possibilities of love in your life. This is also you coming into the realization that I am enough. I have a good foundation. I've got a lot of good things going on in my life. I've gained a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. This gives me that strong, solid, stable foundation, and this allows me to add to it without things toppling over. So I do feel here that you may be getting a really good sense of who you are and what you have to offer, right? And so don't sell yourself short. As we said a little bit earlier, you are this gem, you are a gift, right? And that's not to be it's not meant to come across as in kind of arrogant way or anything like that, right? But know your value and don't sell yourself short, because you built a good life for yourself, whether you have everything all into place or not. And in this energy, right, we see a good, strong, solid foundation. We see some, blocks there that haven't quite found their place. And then we've got some things all up in the air, right? It's kind of like a blueprint for most people's lives there, right? So, do what you need to do, let go of whatever is not fitting in your foundation there anymore, and find space to welcome in the new. I'm going to leave that there for you. I hope there was something here for you. If there was, please do take a moment and press like on this video. I truly appreciate it. It lets me know you resonate with the reading. It lets YouTube know the same thing, so it shows it to more people. And if you enjoy these readings and my content, please do hit that subscribe bell and the subscribe button and the notification bell. And that way, hopefully, in theory, you will always see when I put up new content. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of 2023. And I will see you guys later. Bye.